Hey everyone, miss me yet? Even if you don't, I bet you missed the quote. So, came across this one today and I thought you'd like it, especially with everything that's been going on with us. So, you're never always going to be motivated, you just have to learn to be disciplined. We're at a time right now where we have so many distractions going on all throughout the day that we might not be motivated to be able to get our work done and actually learn something. I'm asking for you to find a way to be disciplined. So come up with some kind of routine, a strategy. Organize your time in a certain way that you will be doing your work every single day in order to keep up. So it is tough for all of us, but you got to find a way to be disciplined. The way I'm going to do these next few lessons, I'll do a screencast, just kind of go over a couple different examples to kind of best explain it from an instructional standpoint, and then just have you follow along, do the notes with it, and then normally have some example problems yourself. So let's take a look. The first one's going to be solving rational equations. And in the very beginning, there's a warm-up, which we're actually going to skip that section for right now. So anytime you see anything that talks about different variables varying inversely, directly, stuff like that, you can hold off on those. And today we're just going to look at simply solving rational equations, and I think you'll be able to handle it pretty well. The whole idea here is if you have one proportion equal to another proportion, all you do is cross multiply. So one fraction equal to one fraction, cross multiply and solve. Let's take a look at number one. We have 2 over x squared minus x, just a fraction, equals 1 over x minus 1, just another fraction. So when that's the case, cross multiply. 1 times x squared minus x, and then 2 times x minus 1. I've also heard this as being kind of the butterfly method, as you could see on the picture. So if we go to solve, 1 times each of those on the left just leaves us x squared minus x. On the right, distributing, we're going to get 2x minus 2. Now that we're looking and we have x squared and x, we have a constant, get everything over onto one side, set it equal to 0, hope it factors, otherwise we have to use quadratic formula. Subtracting the 2x, we're going to have x squared minus 3x. Adding the 2, we're getting a plus 2 equals 0. Fingers crossed, two numbers multiply together to be a positive 2 that add up to be a negative 3. So knowing that they're going to have to add up to be a negative, but multiply to be a positive, it is going to be a minus and a minus. And that would end up having to be 2 and 1. Each of them are over x. So our factors are x minus 2, x minus 1, and since those are equal to 0, you then set each factor equal to 0, giving you x to be 2, x to be 1. One thing that you have to do is you always have to substitute back in to see if it works out. If we plug in a 2, we're getting 2 over 2 squared minus 2 equals 1 over 2 minus 1. 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So we're getting 2 over 2 equals 1 over 1. So 1 equals 1. Checks out. 2 works. Now we do the same thing for 1. 2 over 1 squared minus 1. 1 over 1 minus 1. And we're getting 2 over 0 equals 1 over 0. The key here is cannot divide by 0, so that's not going to be a solution. We've learned that most likely we'll end up having some kind of whole or an asymptote in that spot. So 1 does not work in this case, and it's only x equals 2. If we take a look at the next one, same idea, one fraction equal to another fraction, so we can cross multiply. 6 times x plus 2, and then 4 times 5x. We're getting 6x plus 12 equals 20x. Now, because we only have some x's and constants, you want the constants on one side, the x's on the other, so I'll subtract the 6x. And I'm getting 12 equals 14 over x. Divide by 14, and that's going to reduce to 6 over 7. Remember to go ahead and plug that in. What you'll find is that does work out. So then 6 over 7 is the solution. So go ahead now, take a look at the puzzle practice. Try and solve those problems. Skip number 7 and 8, which talk about varying directly and inversely, because we haven't done that yet. But try and solve those. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll also post the answer keys.